Do you find it challenging to keep those disruptive feelings in check? Have you been taught that you need to suppress them or push them back and in fact not even be emotional? Well, I'm here to help you to understand that thou shalt not manage your emotions. This has been a teaching for many years. In fact, as someone who works in emotional intelligence all around the world, I would use that same term, manage your emotions. And the problem is that when you manage your emotions, what you're doing is you are going against something that is natural and happens within your body, that is there for a purpose and is needed so that you can thrive and continue to grow in your environment. So what I want to do is help us to understand what to do instead. Let's get an understanding of what an emotion is. An emotion is something that is physiological, and it's a sensation that you experience somewhere in your body. It's a cue, it's a clue telling you that something's going on internally and in your world. And that's what we want to avoid managing. When we manage that emotion, we don't allow it to go through its course, and therefore we don't read the signal. Once we get that initial sensation, then it triggers our thought patterns, and our thought patterns are based on our experiences, our beliefs, and the brilliant thing that we have in our head called our brain, which is a fantastic prediction machine. It predicts based on what we've been through, what we have experienced, what we understand, and what we normally do. It predicts what's going to happen. And then we would normally move towards that. So when the thoughts are coming from an internal dialogue which is unhealthy, then that can make what that initial emotion was mean something that's totally different. So if I'm feeling some uneasiness in my chest, then I could look at that and go, I'm having a heart attack. And the thought patterns that will come out of that will definitely take me down the path of anxiety. However, when we're able to control or manage the meaning that we put on the initial emotion, then it will lead to a particular feeling, which is one we want to experience. So we have the emotion, it leads to a feeling, and then it can continue on and escalate and go all over the place, and we end up in a state, in a mood. So instead of managing the emotion, we want to manage the response to the emotion. So to do that, I like to put in a different word, and that is navigate your emotions. So firstly, notice them. What is it? What's the sensation? What's it telling me? Looking at the physiological side of it. Then being able to take yourself through a logical process of labeling how you are feeling. So notice it, navigate it, and then we are managing the response to it. So never let anyone tell you to manage your emotions or stop being so emotional. You and I are emotional beings. It's not something that we can turn on and off with a switch. It happens on purpose. First in the physiological, then the psychological. And it's the psychological that we need to take control of so that we can navigate our emotions and they can do exactly what they need to do for us. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we continue our conversation around my 10 commandments for enjoying your life. I'll see you then.